And we're back after that quick break. So right now, we're just preparing all the routes for the next batch of strong climbers to come out. Um, yeah, Sai Murata, Kat, Reyes, Justine, and Ariane on the wall. And we're getting ready for another round of exciting climbing. So typically during this time, competitors take maybe a few seconds to maybe as much as a minute to read the routes, make sure they give it a good flash attempt in order to secure the maximum number of points or the least amount of tries. We have a new a new climber this competition at least. On the wall, we have Aika Dizon, manhandling that. Sorry, it's not manhandling, but my apologies. Woman handling that, or person handling that route. All great first attempts from these climbers, and we're seeing a lot of try-hard psychology happening right here.
Sai!
Wow!
Sai, she
Amazing.
just gets a top on women's 5. And let's see where that puts her in the standings.
We have Kat Reyes on W4, struggling to get the last hold, which is quite a dynamic move. She needs to get her left foot on the arete in order to have a stable tripod to move on. So typically in climbing, you have 3 points of contact in order to be stable. And because she has her hand and one of her hands and one of her feet are on the poles, she's barn dooring out. She's not very stable, so she needs another point of contact, which is best done on the left side of that arete.
She can use her left foot to smear on the wall just to give her that point of contact you were saying, where she can push off, just to add to that swing out to the right.
Yep.
And with Sai Murata's stop on women's 5, that puts her at 4th in the standings, behind Shell, Liana, Mick.
Gender-specific terms, man, women handling. Let's do it the same.
Come on. Very solid contact strength right here. Come on. Keep on going, come on.
Bianca.
Right here, reminder for the spectators, make sure you have your wristbands on. And if you just arrived, make sure you visit the front desk. Get your, if you don't have it yet, register. Enjoy the show.
We have Aika Dizon on W1, looking strong here and getting zone hold. So she just needs to figure out a way to rock over that small foot chip, as we've seen, to that pinch and stabilize on the last hold. So again, we see the tripod at work here again. Okay. And Aika is going for the top. She can't quite match it. We have Ariane on W2. I think W2, the move to the zone, you would kind of classify that as a there's a certain name for that, like a stopper move. A stopper move, a very hard move
Yeah.
that if you're not strong enough to do it, you won't be able to do it. So
So
certain moves are limited by strength, and certain are limited by coordination, certain by balance.
so yeah, for example, what you were saying is because the move requires you to to grab an undercling, an open-handed undercling, and if you don't have a stopper on the right side, your body will continue to swing out or barn door. So you need a stopper, which is that's why there's a foothold on that volume over there, because that becomes the stopper for the barn door.
That's true. That's true. We're next batch here. We have Ananda 207 on women's 3, W3. We have Kitty Benuhar Bib 218 on W4. And that will count as one attempt for Ananda.
Yes, so that is the tricky thing or the valuable thing. Whenever your feet leaves off the mat, that is already counted as an attempt. Even if you weren't stable on the starting holds, the moment your entire body leaves the mat, that is counted as an attempt. So this is Ananda's second attempt already on W3.
We have Raj on W2 and Ananda on W3. Um, Very nice movement here by Ananda. A lot of our competitors have had trouble getting that left Gaston, but she has taken it quite early. She just needs to figure out how to transition to the zone hold from there. Here we have Raj showing us the strength of youth on that very difficult, burly blue problem.
On the base is the starting holds. They are indicated as light blue. And then we have the zone holds. I think there's one that's a black tape and then the rest are all yellow tape. So these are, again, they're your point maker in terms of scoring. So this usually often called the first strokes of the Boulder problem. So in order for them to
Ooh, nice dyno by Kitty.
the problem, they need to get past the
Wow, she's trying a really high
She's going
heel.
for a feet
Seems
first.
to work for her.
Just to be stable, she was going for a feet first there, but she's now
She just
trying
needs
it.
to get over that lip.
Come on, Kitty.
But, so you can see her left leg. It's kind of thrashing around.
That could be a sign of exhaustion. I mean, these problems are no joke.
Yeah, they're very burly.
She's previously climbed 3 competition boulders.
Don't you worry.
If you're pretty fresh, the W4 looks like something you can do in a few attempts, or if you're strong enough. However, having climbed 3 previous problems, the exhaustion can come up to you.
Oh, nice heel here by Praj.
Praj, this is the first time we're seeing that beta, but she did not stay with it.
I'm not sure, but I think it's quite difficult to get a heel on that sloper there. But maybe she can make it work with her,
Maybe.
her
That's-
specific.
She still has to reach out with her right, and it still ends up doing that stopper move that you were mentioning earlier.
Right,
That
right.
Even if she does get her heel up there, she's stable, but that the way the zone hold is positioned might not be the best if you're below it like that. So you
No.
have to be upright.
You need counter pressure for
Yes.
the undercling, and the only way you're really going to get that is if you have a foot on the opposite. That's direction, rather perpendicular to the
So
hole.
make sure you visit their booth outside. They're also going to have some games at their booth and you can win some prizes. It's open to everybody. Thank you so much, Whale, for sponsoring our event today. We also like to thank
Wow.
So-
There we go. Kitty again with the dyno.
That beep you hear, that signals that you have a minute left on the wall to finish your problem.
Thank you also to Decathlon Kinetic, Code HLG, also listed Marketplace and One Free Coffee. That's right. So for of our lady competitors done with their problems, you can
Right, we
actually
have Praj giving it
win
another good
awards that
attempt.
we receive here in the National Boulder Cup. So one of the perks I will mention is that you
All
are
right, we have
all
Praj giving
members,
this
automatic members
very
of the
difficult move her best.
discount club, I suppose. Therefore, just check up on
I
the
think she
front
can't quite
desk
reach
or
it
drop
because there is
off
a
the
positive
National
part of that
Technology
next hold,
area
zone hold,
available
which
or
is on the
inquire
upper right side where you see all the chalk marks. I think
as
her
well as
reach or
before the
her span doesn't allow her to
post
do it.
home care
But
that we
she is strong
provide,
enough.
talking services, massage, or
We didn't get to see Aika
anything that
Sen, but she was able
you
to
condition before
score a
feeding is
top
just have
on
the isolation
W1.
area for your use. So now up next we have on our second problem Aika, and we have Ariane on our third, Justine on her third problem, and on her final will be Kat. Let's go girls! If you guys are curious about the live scores, you can find it online with ph-boulder-national.calicop.com with a P. Com. Adelaide, you got this.
Well,
Come
we
on,
have
Aika.
Icon W2.
Come on, girls.
So I think Aika has been training on a moonboard. Um,
One of the lucky ones to have a moonboard at home.
yeah.
Nice one, Justin.
So strength and power should not be any difficulty. Should not be very difficult for her.
It's okay. Shake off. Come on.
We have Aryan here on white. Great attempt by Aryan. She's almost there, almost past the lip.
But she does get the zone. And is on the scoreboard for that.
We have Kat on the last problem of the women's qualifier boulders, taking her time, finding the right balance to transition over to the zone hold. And we have Justine sticking that not quite a dino, but quite a bit of a dead point. Oh, almost got that jug.
Are we able to allow one of the one of the competitors to join us for a bit?
Yeah, sure.
Mamshel Suarez, can we ask you a bit about the boulder problems that you climbed today?
Okay, we're pulling over our current first placer for the women's qualifiers.
So Shell Suarez is currently sitting at the top of the table with 4 tops. So,
Hi.
hello, Miss Shell.
Hello, everyone.
So, can you tell us more about the boulder problems today? How you felt about them, and particularly, no one has been able to top boulder number 2, which looks like the hardest of the 5. Can you tell us more about
The,
the-
specifically, problem number 3.
yes?
I think problem number 2 is physical. It's really more power move, and that zone hold, which is an undercling sloper, is really hard to get. It's really hard to stabilize and take control of the hold. Um, I think the thing there is you really have to get the proper proper part of that sloper, which is the upper part. You see the chalky
Where
part?
the chalkiest part
Yeah, the
is.
chalkiest part is once you get your hands on that and you move your body, your right foot, it becomes more positive. Yeah.
But it
So-
looked like the rest of the problem was gonna be easier. It still looked very hard and heavy.
Slowly, first after the start hold, the first hold, some really a sloper hold, so a little bit compression needed, and
I see.
you need to go to the undercling.
Which one of the 5 did you feel like was your style or you felt easiest on?
Definitely problem number 4.
Was it juggy?
It's juggy on the until the zone. But the next ones are like a little bit tricky on the going to the top.
I see, I see.
so that they can finish their set.
I noticed also a lot of people getting the until the zone hold and falling going to the top. So I think we need to before what I did going to the top, I did a drop.
Drop knee.
Yeah.
Because it was we were observing and we felt like problem number 4 would probably be the easiest of the
Yeah,
5.
yeah,
We have Justine getting the
But the last move is not a giveaway, actually.
Yeah, the last move is not a giveaway.
I see.
You really have to put your body inside and go to the last.
I see. All right, thank you for joining us. You can rest up and then prepare for. Do you still have? You can prepare for tomorrow. So no semis, right,
No
for
semis.
women. So you can rest up, prepare for tomorrow. All right, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Area and back here at the audience. Alright, so we have 3 of our ladies up on their specified walls. We have Praj on wall number 3, Ananda on wall number 4, and Kitty on her final problem. Aww. Thanks for the smile there, Miss Kitty. Thank you. Everyone's enjoying. And you know what's also super enjoyable, you guys? Yes, what's that? Free stuff. Alright, so we got some free tasting going on over
Parang
here.
walang
That is an energy. Yeah, it's actually it's quite a tasty drink as well. They do have a lot of flavors you can try, and since it's a free sample day, why not test out all the flavors that they provide?
So we have on the wall
Last time,
on W3 is Praj, on W4 is Ananda, 2 of our youngest climbers today, and on W5 is Kitty Abenahar.
Yeah, you can definitely. There we have it. So, for anyone that hasn't gotten a chance to try whale protein drinks, go.
Oh, we have Nanda making, Raj making short work of
Just by the gym.
women's 3.
So, you come back with your bands on. That's all.
Very nice body positioning there.
Come on. Look at this. Steady Schmitty.
Very
Easy looking shimmy.
Raj gets a top on W3.
After that, Sam, good job. Happy climber. We still got 2 more competitors on the wall. Come on, girls. Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
2 girls
Ananda.
left on the wall.
Ananda on W4 and Kitty.
Recover. Kaya na yan. Kaya na yan. Alakit you.
Medyo gumagaling na.
Nice and strong. Come on. Keeping it together. Come on, girl.
So we're down to our last 2 competitors. I think after this we'll have the men's open qualifications.
That's right.
A little break, I think, for setting. They're gonna tear down all these problems, put new ones up, and yep, we'll be back for another exciting round of climbing. But for now, let's support these last 2 competitors. So we have Kitty here trying. We have Kitty here trying to transition over to these the zone hold. If you take a look at the zone hold, it's also being blocked by another vertical hold, and that's typically done so you can reduce the surface area of what you can actually grip with your fingers. So In the long story short is that blocking holds like that make them harder.
Smile through or climb through?
If I were to guess, from the setters, this W5 is probably set by Randy. I know Randy loves doing blocker holds. He sets a lot of those in Climb Central Manila. Uh, so if I were to guess, that's probably Randy's problem.
Nice and steady. Nice. Come on, come on. Yes, all out. Come on, let's go. Gonna give it another push. Come on. Come on. Woo! Alright, thank you so much, ladies.
And that does it. All right.
First one is Aika. Problem number 4, we have Ariane. And on her final problem is Miss Justine.
So we have on W3, Aika Dizon, and W4 we have Ariane. W5 we have Justine. Ariane goes for her flash attempt. Ooh. Good control of that swing and campusing that next move. It's going for the jug over the lip, but doesn't quite get it. It requires a lot of commitment. And we have Aika here on W3, crimping the heck out of that side.
Okay, shake off na lang yan. Kaya pa yan. Come on.
I think the thing about these routes with lots of volumes is they're very difficult to train for on a home wall or a board because the angles are just so
yeah.
different.
Unless you have similar types of volumes on your wall, but
It's really crazy.
Which is typically you don't because they just
They're expensive
and added expense. Yes,
and they're very large.
yeah, so what you typically find in a home wall are smaller holes, crimps,
Yeah.
small stopers, jugs, but volumes. It's such a waste of space on a home wall.
True.
Alright, come on, come on. Button.
Aika trying a different beta this time for the far side of that hexagon.
Typically, you'll see the climbers going for. There's a hidden hole just behind that big vertical volume. They use their left hand on it, and then they reach out and cross with their right to the screw on the left, and it's like a double Gaston move.
Double Gaston.
Alright, doing alright. Come on.
There you go. That's a double Gaston.
Nice.
Oh, very nice
Aika
movement here.
crosses.
Very
Goes for
nice
the-
crossing.
Very powerful from Aika.
Come on.
Aika is very near the last holds, shaking off a bit. Ooh.
Hangs on with just 2 fingers. Couldn't quite stay on it.
I think she's getting pumped. She was shaking off a while ago. These attempts are definitely taking their toll on the climbers' energy stores.
For sure. So one thing I've learned from climbing or having competed in the recent Queso de Boulder here in Beehive is one of the strategies or mental game you have to consider is if you know you can finish the climb, you have to and you know you're nearing your limit, you you have to make sure that you rest so well and give one more attempt before the time ends.
Right.
Because you can't keep going up on the wall every time. 'Cause the more attempts you make, of course, it goes against your score, but at the same time, you become more tired. So you need to take a good amount of rest and give it one good attempt if you know you can finish it.
We have Aryan here trying her best on W4. That lip, that move from the zone hold to the jug on the lip has been a blocker, blocker for some of our climbers today.
Despite the short length of what a Boulder problem is, it's still what makes it really, the extra challenge is the problem and it gives the physical test to everyone's movement. Physical and mental test. Yeah, that's true. Is this spiritual test? Oh yeah, there's also sexual too. They need to constantly psych up every attempt. Let's say they have been doing so many attempts on a problem, they really have to push that psych up just so the energy also follows as they come into their next attempt. That's right. It's a good mental game as well. Indeed. Alright,
Now we have our youngest climbers on the field. We have Ananda and Praj. Ananda in bib 207 and Praj bib 202. Praj on the green and Ananda on the pink. Wow, very quick route reading here by Praj, going straight for it. And Ananda getting good purchase on that heel hook. Sticks the dyno. Wow, very nice rolling of the body there on steep terrain.
Look at Praj just going for that swing,
That
generating
blocker move.
generating so much with that split, very flexible
And this
by
is
Praj.
a flash for Praj.
And
Amazing
there
flash.
you go. He gets a top and a flash for Praj de la Cruz.
the men's open category qualification round registration will be closing in a few minutes. So
And that top puts Praj in the top 6, bumps out Megan Francisco. So currently our standings, Shell with 4 tops, Sai at second, followed by Liana, Mick, Praj, and Jem Cabanlong.
We just found out about our 2 athletes. Some of our youngest members were among the ladies that you guys just saw. Yes, that is Miss Raj and Ananda right here. Our baby girls. Our baby girls in the open category. Very strong. I will also shout out to Justine as well. She was here. She was in the previous round, Penina. Also a strong baby girl. It is great to see the season climbers come back.
We have Ananda going for another attempt here at W5. Trying to get that heel in a different lower position so she has more space to rock over. But I think she needs to get that heel a bit higher.
In the comp format this time around. For sure, we'll see some new faces later afternoon for the inter. Yes, for the inter men's qualification round as well. Come on, Ananda.
After this, Ananda, we have Aryan and Aika left. How about you, Beato? How do you feel about, or what do you feel about climbing on slabs?
I think it's very good exercise in balance, patience, and fear management. Because there's always a chance you slip off, cheese grater yourself against the
That's
wall.
what I hate the most about climbing on slab. Not the falling, but the scraping part. I always don't look forward to it.
It's also a tactical risk to do more
So our
than enough
current
attempts on
scores.
problems. So
So we
resting
have
more than
again
overtraining
Shell at
split
the top
all
of
the
the pack
time, right,
with
is
four tops, followed by Sai with
problem.
also four
So
tops,
you really
but
know your body. Yes, that's
she
also
only
good.
gets
But
four
in any
zones
situation
since
where
Sai did
physical
not get the
rest is
zone
needed,
on
it always
women's
helps
two.
out. And rest
Liana Mora
when
on
you
at
need
third with
to.
three tops,
Especially
followed
if you
by
have
Mick.
other problems that you need to
Raj
tackle
again
first.
at sitting at fifth, and
You
Jem
you know, every
at
muscle needs to
sixth. So
recharge.
these
So
are your
sometimes the
currently
falls, a
potential
certain finger
finalists
fall from a
for
hold
the
might
women's
cause
open
an
category.
after that might affect your climbs in your next ride. Okay, good. Check yourself. Oh, yes. And with that, you can definitely check yourself with Reform PH. So Reform PH is how do I explain this? They are available in the isolation area for the competitors. Okay. They they do provide or can take a break and you can line up so that they can check if they have any follow-up injuries whatsoever, just in case.
So this is gonna
What do you
be
say
the
no to
last
that
climb
with
for Aryan
the
on
free
women's
penalty?
five, and Aika back on the wall on women's four.
So we have Aika and Aryan on wall 4 and 5 respectively. Okay, so we're slowly simmering down on our open women's category roster. But you know what? While we have our lady climbers here on the wall, we'd like to check up on Miss Ia Lapid. I hope she's doing okay.
We have Aika here. Aika D's
I
on
think right now she's
W4.
being cared for by
This is her first
the local
attempt, going
crew,
for a
by
flash.
This should be within her ballpark.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big holds, powerful moves,
There
and
you go,
boom, there we
and
go.
that's it.
Beautiful flash by Aika Dizon.
Okay, good fall. Nice one. Good work, good work.
That was a flash from Aika, and now we have Aryan on W5, still trying to get to the zone hold.
Plenty of time. Sure, come on.
Drama ba? People are so sensitive. Here we go. Aryan gets the zone, using it to move to the next hole.
Nice.
And that is one of the trickiest moves.
Yes, I
think,
believe
of
so.
problem. Because if you don't have enough pressure on that foot, enough friction on that foot, but
Arya,
gets it.
Arya progressing really well on the last problem. Let's see if she can get the top.
And this is not the easiest move in
No,
the
it is
world
not.
because
There!
it's a commitment move,
And
and she gets it.
Aryan gets on the scoreboard with a top on women's five.
Finishing up on her final problems, Miss Ayan, good job. So we're gonna let the time run because our competitors are still taking their mandatory break in the rest period before they come back to the wall. And with that, I'd like to thank the following sponsors. 8A, Whale, Jacob's Well Chai, The North Face, Sunpost, Chalk Up Planning, the one that takes care of the illegal dust chalk. We have Decathlon, Kinetic Coke HLG on Holistic Marketplace, and 1C Coffee. If you're curious about the current scores, you can follow that over on ph-boulder-nationals.tallytalk.com. It was a lot. But if you cannot see the live scores, there's also, we do have a live stream provided and some content on our handle of the same name, which is Filipinas Climbing. So for IG, it's at Filipinas Climbing, and on YouTube, just type Filipinas Climbing channel. There's a lot of information over on the IG at Filipinas Climbing. If you want to learn more about the rules, who's behind the event, the schedule for the day, everything is there. That is correct.
Ton, brush, ton. Pag walang climber, brush. Pag walang climber, brush lang.
Another friendly reminder, if there's anyone's going to make an appeal or you're going to contest something, please wait until the round is over. There is a process to do that. Again, you can check it over at Filipinas Climbing. Now we have Raj on her final problem here in the slab area. So,
And we have Raj on W5.
let's go, Raj. Come on.
Let's see how she reads this one. You can see those little dancing movements or her imagining herself on the wall, conditioning her mind and her body to follow a certain set of instructions, and that's what we call beta.
So,
she's,
yes, for those of you who are just joining us, and if you're new to climbing, watching a competition event for the first time, before you go up on the wall, you're gonna want to read it, because you have to simulate how you're gonna climb it when you get to the wall. Because again, flashes are very valuable, so they're trying to mimic the movements even before they go up on the wall.
Feel the intensity.
It looks like the very positive hold on that blocker is just in between that crack.
Okay, plenty of time.
Sabi na, mga radyo pa yun.
The music moves for you, Raj. You want one. Come on, the wall is all yours. Come on, guys, let's hear for you! Yeah! Okay, take the track. Come on, girl.
Go dito, slide! Yeah, come on!
Raj with a rock over here. The difference now is her foot is much higher than it was during her first
You
attempt.
got this.
Ah,
There you go.
Doing some good work over here.
She looks very stable here. She has to move on from that zone hold to secure the zone.
oh, nice use of that side pull and moved her right foot down a bit to give space for her.
There you go.
Gets the split, and now she just needs to do this bit of a commitment move over to the right pink handle. Good pressure on her right foot.
Nice one.
Gets it.
Just one more move.
Very good at technical strategy.
There. And that's a top for Proj. And that will do it for our women's. Oh no, we have Aika. We have one more climber, Aika Dizon.
Let's take a look at the scorecards now. Did that send bump crash up our list? Oh wow,
That puts her in
Crash.
second.
Wow, solid second.
So she has 4 tops.
Four tops, four zones.
So that puts Praj in second place. Chelsea sitting at first.
Pwede picture yun natin.
Sai at third. Liana at fourth. Mick at fifth. And Jem Cabanlong at sixth. So we'd just like to give a shout out for the technical team, to the technical team. Events such as this are not going to run smoothly without people behind the camera, of course. So they posted all the people involved in making this happen in Pilipinas Climbing's Instagram page. So you have the route setters, you have the marketing team, the organizers, starting from France, Thea. You have the media team, the cameramen. Also have those who are handling the media pages, and of course we have the commentators and the MCs. They all are doing their part to make this a successful event. Our first bouldering national competition since 2019.
Here we have our last competitor for women's qualifications. We have Aika Dizon on women's 5. Ooh, her heel skates off that pink hold on the volume. It's a bit tricky. You see, if you don't have enough weight there, enough rubber, you're going to slide off. We've seen different approaches dealing with that. Some use the heel, some use their toe, some stand on it, some use the middle.
What would you do if you were up on that wall? Would you prefer a heel or would you prefer a toe?
Hard to say without me being there, but probably a toe. That's how we've seen people kind of stand way up on that volume. Very nice movement here by Aika.
Oh!
But there,
She was
that's
just slipping off.
that right foothold. Sorry, that right foot on that volume is one of the trickiest moves,
Yes.
I think.
One of the interesting things about like micro beta in climbing is although you have the heel and the toe, they're both usable, but there is a difference in how you position your hips, your body, how you can move from it if you use your toe, as you can see here with Aika, as opposed to when you're using your toe. So generally, when a climber uses their toe, you use it to push you upwards. Typically, it pushes you upwards. When you want to move sideways, you can employ a heel move, which can help move your hips closer to the wall. You can move laterally better.
Exactly.
So Aika is opting for that heel on this particular move.
Yeah.
Oh!
The problem with a heel sometimes is you need to remove your heel when you want to move when you want to pivot on
That's
your
true.
foot.
That's true.
So it gives you an extra move to do, which might be difficult depending on the situation.
Here in my hand right now, I hope
So as you were saying, she will.
a sample and review
It
it.
did, when she does get to move laterally, it does kind of become unstable when you still have your heel on that. So that's one of those moments when using a toe or it's beneficial for you if you already have your toe on the hold, so you can pivot your foot, you can twist your body in a position where you become comfortable.
And they're a good size for the price. You won't regret it. Pwede mo pagayin with your free sample whale protein shake or any drink from 1C and Jacob's Well Chai. I just have a bite out of it because it's delicious.
Aika here is
Sweet
go and just slips off, going for it, just getting back on the wall with no rest. She knows she has a little time left, and she knows she needs to get this top to move higher up the scoreboard. She is sitting actually at 8th, so she needs this top. That's why she's not taking longer rests in between her attempts. She's pressed for time.
Yeah, I think that heel is giving her a lot of problems. She needs to get more rubber surface on that hold. She keeps skating off.
Ooh. Maybe
Maybe the toe.
maybe
on the
she
top
can
part.
opt for the toe instead.
It's much more secure, like what Praj did.
I, Aika just squeaking her fingers into that crack. And that is it. All of our competitors, female competitors. Oh no! Oh! Iya! The return! Iya is back! Welcome back, Iya!
Reborn like a phoenix rising from the flame.
She took a nasty fall earlier, but luckily we have our medics here
This is the
for
plot
such thing,
twist of the year.
and now we have Iya back on women's 5.
Yeah, syempre.
Let's go, Iya.
Nice heel here. Ale, Iya.
Come on. Plenty of time.
So Iya is our last climber out. She was previously on women's 4, the green boulder problem. She was heading for the last move, but did not make it to the last move.
Little adjustment. You're doing good.
Let's go!
That's right. Short It's all about acting going first, right there.
Get lang. Ila Lapid on W5. That heel is very tricky. It'll keep skating off until you put just enough weight on it.
Ano yan, muscle shirt yan parang ala Stephen style. Oo, kita.
So climbers are allowed to brush their own holds. Sometimes they would opt for that if they want particular holds or areas that the brushers are not able to see or know where they want brushed off. I think that was the same that last move, last attempt by Ia. I think that was the same move done by Shell. She went straight for that blocker hold. But if I'm not mistaken, Shell went for the Gaston right away, the zone hold. But it's easier. That's an easier said than done.
Yeah, I think that requires a lot of power.
And body tension because you don't have a foothold on the right side. You'll be only able to smear your right foot, and you really have to hold that body tension to be stable. And that is it for our climbers in the women's open category. So at the scoreboard, we have Shell Suarez sitting at first place with 4 tops, 5 zones. At second is Praj de la Cruz, also with 4 tops, but has less zones with 4. Sai Morata, also with 4 tops and 4 zones. And what separates her from Praj at third place is she had more attempts to top. Her 7 compared to 5 with Praj. At fourth is Liana with 3 tops, followed by Mick, also with 3 tops, and Jem at 3. So these are your finalists for tomorrow in the women's open category. Shell, Praj, Sai, Liana, Mick, and Jem Cabanlong. So these ladies will be able to take a rest and breather for the remaining of the day, as our route setters are currently taking off all the problems on the wall and will put on the men's open category qualifying problems.